Some of the best things about sports is creating your dream team. In football, we have the Fantasy League. But what if you could take the 5 best players to ever play the game and put them on a team? Who would your top 5 players be? How would they match up with the rest of the league? In this video, we're going to do exactly that, creating a 5-person team out of what we think are the best players to ever play the sport, the best NBA starting 5 of all time. Regardless of who your favorite players are, there is an argument that will continue to go around as long as there's basketball. Who is the best of all time? It's hard to have an answer to this question without being biased, though with every game ever played professionally recorded, we have the ability to compare and contrast the stats of players. Though for the most of the names on this list, the stats truly aren't needed. When you hear basketball, your mind already takes you to the one and only Michael Jordan. So to start off this list, we have number 5 iconic player and arguably the best to ever do it, Michael Jordan. Whether you know the name from basketball, his shoes, or his clothing apparel, Michael Jordan is the biggest name in sports history and an international superstar. When you start to put together a top 5 greatest team list, it better start with MJ. His accolades alone put him here. Over his entire career, which was 15 seasons, he dominated every side of the court with impressive fashion. His defense on the ball brought him and his team the All-Defense team selection 9 different times. And he would then get Defensive Player of the Year personally in the 1987-88 season, as well as he earned the Steals champion title 3 times, making his defense worth talking about. When we look at his offense, you'd think he won every award in the book. Just overall for his career statistics, he scored 30.1 PPG, 6.2 RPG, 5.3 APG, 2.3 SPG, and 0.08 BPG. Imagine having to cover this man. He'd embarrass the majority to ever play. He's won 6 NBA championships, and during all 6 games, he would walk away with the NBA Finals MVP. During the regular season, he would earn 5 MVP titles, 11 All-NBA team selections, and 10 different times the scoring champion. If his career wasn't impressive enough, the league knew they had something special in his rookie year when he won the Rookie of the Year award. Now, as time has passed, he's been inducted into the Hall of Fame, where he'll stay for the rest of time. Now, let's figure out the other 4 teammates to join Michael. If you saw Michael Jordan coming, then I'm sure you know this name too. Number 4, Stephen Curry. Hands down the best player of our generation, or at least by stats, don't tell LeBron. Curry dominates the deep court, holding just about every 3-point record the league offers. He really is a man with accuracy like we've never seen before. Being the highest 3-point shooter on 7 different occasions tells you enough, but he's also made it to the finals and won 4 different times. Personally, he took Finals MVP in the 21-22 season, the normal season MVP 2 different times, 8-time All-Star NBA team selection 2 different times, scoring champion, and took the stealing champion award in the 15-16 season. Overall, speaking about his career so far, Steph holds an average of 24.3 PPG, 4.6 RPG, 6.5 APG, 1.7 SPG, and 0.2 BPG. He's not the tallest. Joining the team with Michael Jordan, these 2 may be enough on their own to take on the whole league. How long do you think it'll be before Curry joins the Hall of Fame? You've made it this far. Stick around to find out the rest of the super team players on our list. Now that we have these 2 on the list, the choices start getting a little more difficult. But coming at you next, our number 3 player for the top 5 best is Kobe Bryant. Kobe was taken from us too soon. If you were living under a rock, then you wouldn't know Kobe passed on in a helicopter crash involving some of his family. Rest in peace to one of the greatest. Before he left this world, he really did level his mark. He left his mark on the league, the community, and on his family. Let's talk about his stats. When looking for the best shooting guard, your mind screams Kobe. He is one of the highest scorers in NBA history, and there's a reason we all scream Kobe when we make a paper shot into the trash can. Overall, for his entire career, Kobe had 25 PPG, 5.2 RPG, 4.7 APG, 1.4 SPG, and 0.5 BPG, which the blocks were surprised about too. But even if he wasn't the leader in blocks, Kobe still earned his trophy case items. Making it to the NBA Finals and winning 5 different NBA titles, Kobe sits right behind Jordan. He was also an NBA Finals MVP 2 times, an overall season MVP once, an 18-time All-Star player, and a 2-time scoring champion. With all those accolades, you can bet your bottom Kobe Bryant made it to the Hall of Fame game and the top 5 best starters of all time. Though we now have 3 out of the 5 shooters for our team, we need to locate our big men. Coming up next on our list, number 2, Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq is retired and has taken up many other careers since his basketball days. Whether you know him for his commercial appearances, his DJing skill and DJ Diesel, and his commentating on ESPN, we all know where Shaq started. Now, on the contrary, he didn't make this list for his free throw percentage, but he does have quite a few assets, and his size, power, and strength are the leading reasons. This monster in the paint really showed the world who he was right from the beginning. In his rookie year, he took Rookie of the Year, but his accolades go on: a 4-time NBA champion, 3-time NBA Finals MVP, and the overall season MVP in 99 to 2000. As well, he's a 15-time All-Star player, 14-time All-NBA team selection, 3 times All-Defensive team selection, and the scoring champion 2 different times. Overall for his career, Shaq averaged 23.7 PPG, 10.9 RPG, 2.5 APG, 0.6 SPG, and 2.3 BPG. Without Shaq, we wouldn't know the real power a man can bring to the court. And of course, he's inducted into the Hall of Fame. With these 4 players coming together, I don't think there's anyone that could ever take them out in their prime. But we still have room left for one more. Who do you think number 1 is? We've made it to our 5th and final player to join the top 5 dream team at number 1, LeBron James. Arguably the only person to ever come close to comparing to Michael Jordan, LeBron is a veteran and MVP overall in basketball. When you think of basketball, you think of these 5 players: Michael Jordan, Steph Curry, Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, and LeBron James. There truly is only a few players left that actually have the stats to maybe be on this super team. LeBron is actively going head-to-head with Steph Curry for our generation's all-time best, but let's view LeBron's stats and see how they compare to the outer perimeter shooter's stats. For LeBron's overall career, he's actually leading Steph in most, if not all, with an average of 27.0 PPG, 7.4 RPG, 7.4 APG, 1.6 SPG, and 0.7 BPG. He's a top dog. For his all-time accolades, Bron is a 4-time NBA champion, 4-time NBA Finals MVP, 4-time overall season MVP, and a 17-time All-Star. If that's not impressive enough, he's a 6-time All-Defensive team selection, the 2007-08 scoring champion, the 2019-20 assist champion, and of course, his very first year, he took Rookie of the Year. With this super team's all-around dynamic and brain power, they would be unstoppable. They have someone for each side of the ball, and each player could play their teammate's position if needed. The real-time IQ they possess is enough to stump any NBA team who is currently active. We'd ask, who do you think the best coach would be? But honestly, these gentlemen don't need a coach, as they're all so impressive themselves. I guess the only question left is, who do you want to see these 5 face off in a super team game? Michael Johnson, Scottie Pippen, Tim Duncan, Wilt Chamberlain? How about Larry Bird? The top 5 were hard, but the top 5 to play this team might even be harder. This list is compiled from stats and player hype. How do you think we did? Do you think someone else should be on this list? Maybe Kareem Abdul-Jabbar or Karl Malone? Let us know if you liked the video, first by giving it a like, then leave a comment below. We want to know who you would keep or replace on this list. Then, while you're at it, hit that subscribe button and show us some support. We only grow when you show us love. Thanks for watching.